Welcome to Sailing Buena Isla. We're sailboat liveaboards, living the minimalistic lifestyle while traveling to new places by water. Come and join the adventure. It's super foggy out this morning. Normally you can see the mountains over here, but it's completely fogged over.
Hey, what's happening?
How's it going?
You guys are doing good?
Welcome to our sailboat.
So, today, what are we gonna do?
We are going to be doing some boat repairs or maintenance. He's actually the specialty with woodwork,
Yes.
so I'll let him explain what we're going to do.
Indeed, I am.
What are we going to do?
Well, you see, the thing is, our boat, it's a little bit breaking apart. So, we're gonna reinforce the wood with a finish coat on top, so that when it rains, that the wood does not rot on us. So, we have, let's see.
It's out there.
Oh.
we'll go outside and show you. Okay, let's go.
So this is what we're going to be using. It's called the verathane oh, that's in French. Verathane diamond wood finish. Yeah, so it looks like that. And really, it's just a water-based clear coat finish. And we're going to be putting it on the wood. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that the wood is made out of teak.
Yeah.
So it'll probably look something like golden brown once it's been applied. So I got that. And what we're going to do first is we're going to give it a light sanding on the wood just to take off any any residue from past finishes, take off any harsh wood that's sticking out, and just kind of smoothen things down. It's also going to open up the pores so that this finish can go inside and just kind of like clear the it'll seal the pores to a certain degree, not 100%. I personally don't want to seal the pores 100% because the thing is, then you won't be able to have a good grip when it's raining and you got to hold on to it. So we're gonna sand it with this, and then we're gonna apply the finish with this. This is called the Ultra Grip polyester from Sims. And yeah, I'll just be using this, and I think this whole thing costs like what, like
Maybe $20.
maybe $20 at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how far this will last. Like, I don't know. Do you think this will coat everything that we have wood on the outside of our boat, or do we need to go a second time?
We might have to get like another one, but I'm pretty sure it'll give us at least one coat.
And would you say that this kind of protects the wood as well?
Yes. Yeah, so this will protect the wood from the wet elements, the rain, the salt, the sun, the wind, and eventually you're gonna have to do this again. It's my understanding that you have to do this at least every 6 months.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, that's what we plan to do.
Yeah.
So it's just something that you have to do all the time.
Boat maintenance.
Boat maintenance. That's the boat life. So come on, let's go. We'll show you. Katya is going to be the expert camera lady, and I'll just sand it and apply the finish, and I'll show you how it goes.
He actually used to do refinishing work in Calgary for like cabinetry and tables for like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years.
I did.
So. And
then I kind of got sick from bronchitis.
Well, it's a lot of fumes, right? Because you used to spray that kind of stuff in not a very well ventilated area, so you had to eventually stop doing it. But this is different because we're brushing it and it's outdoors.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to make sure you're ventilated. And it says on this that you want to be between 13 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. So not colder than that and not hotter. It's better for this to work when you're putting it on. So right now it's perfect weather because I think it's like plus 20 today. So.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too hot because then it'll dry too fast. You don't want it to be too cold because then it'll dry too slow.
All right, let's go, Papi Chulo.
Okay. All right, so as you can see, I had to put on a sweater, my sweatpants, because all of a sudden it got really cold outside. So I got my sanding paper. It's like a sanding sponge, and it's very helpful. It's good, and it's good for this type of wood. So if you're sponge worthy, get your sponge And yeah, just like that. You know, because the wood is pretty rough right now. When I sand it, just give it a bit of a sand. See, it's already like a lot smoother. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Just give it a light sand. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do the best you can. Don't go too crazy.
Do you find that there's a difference between boat wood and like house furniture wood, or?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, this wood is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty damaged. The pores are really open and the wood is starting to warp a bit. So when we bought the wood, the boat, this was already the condition of the boat. So eventually, like with everything, it will eventually rot and it will eventually fall apart. But what we want to do is we want to slow that process down, because we want to sell the boat before that happens, so that we don't have to spend too much money on it.
We also want to have a nice boat for ourselves, but it's like our home, right? You gotta take pride in your home and take care of it.
So I can feel it right now. Something happened. I can feel that my sandal's falling off.
Oh no.
So what happened was, a few days ago, there was seal crap all over the deck. And I accidentally stepped on one of them, and I tried to kick it off my sandal. I was wearing my other sandals. And as I kicked it off, my sandal went flying right out into the water. And that was it. It's probably in China now.
It's a sad story.
We went to this dollar store and we got these super cheap sandals, and it just keeps breaking off like all the time. I should probably just get some nice sandals already.
Yeah. Don't be cheap, Christian.
Oh yeah.
Right? You're kind of cheap, right?
I don't.
It's actually me.
I don't think so.
I'm being sarcastic.
Alright, this is looking good. See, I like how this is coming out.
Yeah, it's nice.
You can sing a song if you want.
I don't want to get copyrighted. What song can I sing? I'll make my own one.
Titanic?
And you let me know in the comments if you would buy my song.
Who's your favorite rapper again?
Eminem. He would be disappointed in me.
Yeah. Alright. Mine's a Snoop Dogg, by the way.
Snoop Dogg.
Alright. That looks good, people. Looks good.
Good job.
You see what I'm doing, people? You feel me? This is what I do for a living. I sand wood, and I see the finish on it, and I make it look good, and I get paid for it.
Yeah. And how do you know, like for someone who doesn't know, how would you know when is it, like it's good to stop sanding? Like, how do you know?
So initially when you go like this, you can kind of get a sliver. There's so many tiny little particles of wood sticking out. But after you give it a general sand, you should feel it feels pretty soft. Oh, by the way, just so you know, while we're here, see this thing right here? This is our little chimney, because we have a little propane furnace down in here. And yeah, this is our little...
I used to think it was a bell.
I think we should get a bell though.
Yeah.
Just in case, like for an emergency, if we ever get stuck or something, like we get lost.
Yeah.
You know, send out like a signal to people through a bell. Hey, we're lost. Something, I don't know. I mean, we got flares.
Yeah, I think they might be expired. We need to get new ones. I'm not sure, but I don't think the date was a good date. You know, some sun tanning in here.
We're thinking, we're not sure, but I don't know if I should say this on, but we're thinking of like firing some flares. just because like they're expired, and just to see if they still work. So we'd go out at night and
That'll be our New Year's plans.
but just shoot it right in the water.
In the water.
Could do a test, see if it actually works in water or something.
Yeah, okay.
You guys let us know what you want to see.
Let us know. Let us know what we should. Oh, let us know what you want to see on our boat during Christmas, and yeah, during like New Year's, like boat edition.
All right, so it's looking good so far.
Okay.
There's another thing that we have to do after all this stuff, just so you know. We might have to take some things apart and reseal them, just to make sure that no water is going inside, because we don't want the roof of this to be compromised through any water entering. That can rot the wood.
Okay.
So later on, not in this video, but later on, we'll be just sealing around it just to keep it safe.
All right.
So that's kind of like part of the boat life. You have to be okay with water and being wet and the humidity. Like I just put on this sweater, and it was put away for like 2 or 3 weeks, and as I put it on, it was kind of like damp.
Yeah.
Because that's just the humidity. You just have to get used to it. That's just so you guys know, like, it's not all what it seems to be. You have to like give and take. You can really enjoy this life, but you also have to give up some comfortable stuff that you're used to.
I think maybe we can make a video talking about some of the struggles and the reality as well of living on a sailboat. That might be interesting for people to know.
Oh yeah, this is also something else that I'm going to be working on. See the glass? It's kind of like cracking a bit. It's just aged. So I'm just going to replace it eventually as well.
It's funny because now that we're not in the direct like wind, it's not that cold, right?
Yeah.
Now you probably feel warm.
Yeah.
That's the weather on the boat.
Yeah, the thing is, it's for us, the coldest part is actually, it's the wind. It's the wind chill. Because when the sun is out, everything's all nice and warm, but as soon as it starts getting a bit windy, you gotta kind of sometimes put on a sweater.
Yeah.
Even if it's the summer.
Okay, so now we're gonna put the, it's a finish, right?
Yeah.
It's a clear finish. So I think when you put it on, it kind of comes on milky, but then when it dries clear. So.
Water-based finish. Verathane diamond wood finish. Crystal clear. Alright. And I'm gonna use my 1-inch brush. Like that. Alright. And let's do this.
I love your sweater.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. It's the bay. No, it's the fake version of the bay.
Come on. All right. So here we are. Brush, verathane, and oh yeah. So you don't want to do like a heavy coat. The best thing to do is to do thin coats. Oh, so also. We're trying something new here. We're actually recording in 60 frames per second, so maybe it looks a little more realistic than the last time we vlogged. So just let us know if you like it this way around. So yeah, there it goes. See?
Ooh. We also thought we'd say while we're doing this how we've kind of cut down on expenses since living on a sailboat compared to when we lived in an apartment and in a house. So we've only been on the boat now for like almost 3 months. So far, I would say, how much have we cut down? Like at least 65% cheaper, maybe more?
A lot more. Like, okay, so we're currently living on about 20 bucks a day. And that's for everything. Like, that's food, gas, diesel, propane, moorage fees, car insurance, maintenance. 20 bucks a day. Some people are like, what, like, how much does it cost to live on a boat? Well, we say, how much do you want to spend? Like, what are you comfortable with? I know some people can even live off of probably like 10 bucks a day, and other people can live off, they need like a couple hundred a day.
Yeah, it's basically what your like comfort zone is, what your life, just in general budget, maybe what your needs are. Everything's different, you know, medical bills. I would say that a $20 a day is our goal.
Oops.
I mean, sometimes, oh, we need paper. We need paper. It's leaking. I would say, that's hilarious. You just poured all over that.
Sorry.
Let me just clean that up. Yeah, I would say like our goal is $20 a day, but then there's like health things that can come up, like dentist bills. Like I've had this tooth problem that's cost us money because I had to get like tooth repairs and all these things, or medicine, antibiotics. So of course your budget will change. That's obviously right, or if you have kids and things like that. But I would say in general, that's our budget, and it's been a huge difference. Like when we were living in Calgary in a house at this one point, I think we lived in a house for what, 3 years? Or something like that, right? 3 years?
Yeah.
We only went into this house because we needed a place that could allow a pet, and so it was just, that was one place that was available. But it was, I think the rent was $1,700 a month Canadian.
Yeah,
and
$1,700. In the winter, our utilities was like up to $400 a month.
yeah,
Our cell phone bill was $350 a month. Like our internet was about $150 a month.
that's crazy. So like our minimum payments plus the groceries plus
Oh,
cell phone plus
our car insurance was $500 a month. Our
yeah.
car finance was about $350 or $360 a month, and then the cost of gas, oil changes, maintenance.
So in the end, like our like just expenses. This is before you get to go to a restaurant, or if you want to go on a trip, just anything. It was probably like almost $4,000 a month. Hey?
Yeah, we were working a lot.
Yeah. So now our monthly expenses, just like the basic necessities, is probably 800.
Maybe a little less.
A little less. Yeah, it just depends. Like each month is a little different, but that's a huge difference. It allows you to not have to work as much and work as hard, and also you can eventually put more aside for savings. So I mean, right now, because I mean, work is not. There's not a ton of work because of this whole global crisis. We're not making as much as we'd like, but
Hostage crisis, people. Hostage
I know.
crisis.
I don't know what to name this thing anymore. We're obviously like a little bit lower in finances that we would like to be making, but you know what? To be living on the water, it's okay. You know, we'll eat a few more cans of beans.
I like the soup that we have all the time. It's like Campbell's soup.
Potato, bacon.
Oh, man. Love it. Love it.
And yeah, here's the wood. See, this is the wood that's not finished yet, and then you got the nice stain here over time.
Oh my goodness, my sandals are coming off again.
Yeah, maybe we should put a budget to get this fixed. Because that's
What's your favorite part of living on the boat?
favorite part is being by the water. I guess that's kind of an obvious answer, but I just love being right by the water. Like I used to dream about going on vacation so I could go to the beach or go by the ocean, and now I get to be here every day. So that's the best part. I just love the water, and I like the adventurous part of it. I like that each day is kind of different, and nothing's like, I don't know, nothing's really guaranteed, so it's just kind of an adventure. And I'm a very, like, even though I love fashion and stuff, teeth in my mouth, I really like minimal lifestyle, and I like to be in nature and kind of roughhouse it. I like that. It's my inner tomboy coming out, so that's why I like it.
I really like the freedom, and you can, the scenery can change if you want. But I kind of like where we are right now, though.
It's nice, right?
Yeah. One thing I don't like,
About specifically living on a sailboat.
sometimes like I miss like the simple stuff. Well, maybe it's not so simple, but
Like
the
what?
things that we take for granted, like you can easily just, if you're living in an apartment or in a house, you can easily just turn on the tap and there's hot water.
Oh, yeah.
For us, we have to plan it. We have to heat up the hot water. Sometimes we have to buy fuel to heat up the hot water.
Yeah.
There's probably like other things, like I miss having a a dryer and a washer.
Funny how we miss those things, and those things are great, but 90% of the world doesn't even have those things. Hey?
Yeah, that's true.
We were just lucky. We even think that's crazy that's lucky, but it is lucky that you get to just instantly wash your clothes like that. But majority of people wash their hands outside. I mean, wash their clothes outside. You know?
Oh, you're doing good, Bubba.
I don't even know. I've never really done woodwork. So.
No, you're doing really good. I like it.
Okay. I do think though, when you live out like this, though, you will leave this lifestyle picking up new like skills. Like, I don't know if I would have learned this when we were living in an apartment. I never really had the need to do this, so it's kind of cool, right?
Oh yeah. Oh.
What?
Oh, you see this?
Yeah.
There's like this map that Katya stuck underneath right here, the hood. It's just so that she can block out the sunlight.
I know.
Because she likes to sleep in a lot.
Well, the sun gets up at like 5:45 or 6. So as soon as the sun gets up, it makes the whole boat bright, and then I can't fall asleep. So I had to cover it. All right, now we can go on to the next side.
All right, so now we're on the opposite side, and we're just gonna do the same thing we did here. We already sanded it, but now we're just gonna apply the verathane. There we go.
Yep. And I think that there's some of this wood on the doorway of the sailboat, like when we go in, but the wood still looks really good, so we don't have to put it on, right?
Because in the middle of the night, I was trying to sleep, and it was actually kind of hard for me to sleep this time. Just because I kept on hearing this sound outside, and it sounded like a baby seal. And I'm trying to sleep and I can hear it, but I can't sleep when I know that like something is lost or needs help or something. And I have this really big heart for animals, and so I heard this seal, and I got up and I went to go look outside to see where it was, but I couldn't find it because it was just so dark. But I think it went on for like a couple hours, and then eventually I think the baby stopped because the mother came or something. But I didn't know what to do, like if I should call the SPCA or the pet store. I don't know.
The pet store? That's like the worst person to call. Pet stores are mean. No, I would say I think the animal rescue, whatever they call them, would only come if the animal was actually in need. Like, let's say they had a broken fin or something was obvious. But if it's just like kind of like taking nature's course, they'd probably just say don't disturb it, right? Which sucks because I think we want to help, but they can't really intervene unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Sometimes the seals will be sleeping like in here, and the seals will literally bump the boat here, and then I'll wake up. This is the ocean. We actually have jellyfish out here too. I've seen jellyfish, which is really cool. So yeah, this is what it looks like to do some wood maintenance on a sailboat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing us do this, and maybe if you're doing some sailboat maintenance as well, it's giving you guys some tips.
You know, living the dream. Yeah, living the dream, buddy.
We're living the dream.
Work, get another work, work. When you fix it.
There's also some wood trim here we forgot about, so we're going to do that now. And here is the wood after we put that on top, and it just looks so much nicer actually. Just the little details like that makes all the difference on the quality and the look of your boat. Also did here. So here's what the wood looks like after we put that on. And I think it's going to sit now for the next 24 hours. You've got to make sure that it doesn't get rained on. And then it'll be good for a while. So, looks good. Okay, well, thanks for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed kind of chatting with us while we did the boat maintenance. And in our next video, I believe we will go show you sailing again. We're actually going to go sailing with our little sailing neighbor here. They're liveaboards as well. So that will be really fun.
He's a real pirate.
He's a pirate.
He lives on one leg.
Did you hear that? Okay, bye guys.